Imagine a world without cities, without electricity, without even spoken language as we know it. A world where survival depended not on comfort but on courage, instinct, and innovation. This was the world of our earliest ancestors, early humans who lived around 2.4 million years ago. Back then, life was a constant battle. Every sonrise meant a new challenge, finding food, avoiding predators, and protecting their families. Unlike today, there were no guarantees of safety. Yet somehow, they not only survived but began the journey that would eventually lead to us, modern humans. One of the greatest steps forward was the creation of tools. Imagine holding a simple stone, shaping it with another, until its edge became sharp enough to cut through meat or slice wood. These stone tools, known as old oven tools, may appear basic to us now, but for early humans, they were revolutionary. With these tools, our ancestors could butcher large animals, scrape hides for clothing, and even crack open bones to reach the nutrient-rich marrow inside. Marrow provided fat and protein, fuel for the growing human brain. This discovery gave them a survival advantage over other species. But survival was about more than food. Early humans also discovered the power of fire. At first, they probably encountered fire through natural causes, lightning strikes setting grasslands ablaze. Slowly, they learned to use it, and eventually, to control it. Fire brought warmth on cold nights, protection from predators, and a whole new way to prepare food. Cooked meat was easier to chew and digest, giving more energy with less effort. Some scientists believe that mastering fire was one of the most important steps in human evolution. Around the fire, people also gathered together, telling stories with gestures and sounds, perhaps the very beginning of human communication. But tools and fire alone were not enough. What truly made humans different was cooperation. Unlike other animals that hunted alone, humans thrived in groups. A single human was vulnerable, but together, they became stronger than the fiercest predator. In these groups, everyone had a role. Men often hunted or tracked animals. Women gathered fruits, roots, and nuts. Elders shared wisdom, and children learned by watching. This division of labor meant more efficiency and more chances of survival. Of course, the world was full of danger. Huge saber-toothed cats, giant hyenas, and wild lions roamed the same lands. Early humans could not outrun these predators, nor could they fight them directly. But what they had was patience, intelligence, and teamwork. They practiced what scientists call persistence hunting. Instead of killing animals quickly, they chased them over long distances, sometimes for hours under the burning sun. Unlike other animals, humans could sweat and cool themselves while running. Eventually, the exhausted animal would collapse, and the humans would strike. Food gathering was equally important. Early humans ate whatever the land provided: berries, nuts, roots, insects, and sometimes honey. This diet, rich and varied, kept them alive when hunting was not successful. Learning which plants were safe and which were poisonous was knowledge passed down through generations. Over time, survival began to shape not only the human body but also the human mind. Larger brains meant better memory and problem-solving skills. They could remember where water sources were, which paths led to danger, and when seasons changed. Slowly, observation turned into knowledge, and knowledge into wisdom. By watching the stars, the sun, and the animals, they began to understand patterns in nature. This intelligence, combined with their social bonds, made humans one of the most adaptable creatures on Earth. So how did early humans survive 2.4 million years ago? With stone tools that gave them an edge, with fire that gave them warmth and energy, with cooperation that made them stronger together, and with intelligence that allowed them to learn, adapt, and pass down knowledge. Their story is not just history, it is the foundation of who we are today. Every step you take, every tool you use, every fire you light, it all began with them. They were survivors, dreamers, and innovators long before the modern world existed. And when you look in the mirror, remember, their story is your story. You carry within you the legacy of the first humans who dared to face the wild world and win.